Hello everybody and welcome to the Montreal Quebec Open here at the MMA Sporting Club in Montreal. Apologies for the delay of missing the first game, just having some technical difficulties, but hopefully that'll be sorted out. And I missed a good one. Karim El-Hamami, the number 3 seed playing Nick Sackvey of Canada, went down 11-1 in the first game, which I don't think anyone would have in the black with the shirt that says Canada on the back is another player that's very hard to read. Very fast, very dynamic, strong player, and he's just really good at getting a lot of balls back like Hamami and playing a really aggressive game. And a lot of people struggle with the physicality that he brings to the table. And he's come out strong here. That's a 2-0 lead for Hamami. And, oh. Oh, it's a great shot from Sackvey there. So 3-1 for Sackvey. Another good start. Hamami's in a bit of a bind here. It doesn't look like he's reading Sackvey very well. And Sackvey's playing really good length to start the second game. And I think that's what he's telling the ref. He could have had a stroke and he played the ball, so he's asking, and Hamami's asking for a let there. So 4-2 for Sackvey, and he's looking very good here. So 10-4 for Sackvey. Wow. This would be a huge upset if he managed to take this match. Absolutely huge ranking points. And already he's given himself a really good ranking points by taking out his fellow Cameron Seth in the first round as he takes this second game 11-4. Hamami's only won 5 points in this whole match. I guess there's not really any point on me
Last night, 3-1. I'm down 2-3. No flash, guys. From the left, 3-2. Sorry, 3-0. 3-0, 3-0. bad drop. And I thought the pickup was good.
I have to take the inside line. He did not take the inside line. No, he did not. He did not take the inside line. What are you talking about?
He went this way. And it was just it was too bad a drop. That's all I'm saying. The drop came too far back.
He had to go to the inside line.
6-3 from the right.
On va prendre quelques minutes et ce sera Sean Delear contre Victor Poincy.
Ça va?
I heard you're getting matches every day. Which razor shoulder? Tell me that. So what was the score? Yeah. Joffre told me to trash talk this and make me leave. I got bonus for kicking you out. I got a free month. Yeah, free month. I'm playing Martin Sunday.
Pour le deuxième match de soirée
I don't know, and then I'm playing
de la France, Victor Point. Bonne main d'applaudissement pour notre propre Sean de hier.
2 weeks ago, it was hot. We switched it off. So outside, we didn't make an error. By mistake. It was fine. Didn't stop, and it was very hot. Yeah, it was really sliding down motion.
Hello and welcome to the Montreal Open here in the MAA Sporting Club. I'm Glenn Chamberlain and I'm going to be commentating on this match for you guys, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a good match between Victor Crouin, the number 8 seed from France, and Sean Delliere, the 37-year-old Canadian, currently ranked number 84 in the world. Not a lot between these guys. Obviously, Crouin at 19 has the age advantage, but of course, Delliere is very fit for his age, very wily, very smart player, very weird player. There's a lot of really weird things, but sorry about that. So Crouin's going to start us off here in this first game. What I think is going to happen here is it's going to be sort of a balance between Crouin trying to pin Sean Delliere down with straight lines and physicality and trying to make the Canadian work, and Delliere trying to get in his head and trying to play unusual shots that the youngster probably hasn't seen before. And just got a guy handing some beers around in the bank. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so that's what to watch out for in this match, and I think that Crouin is probably the more skilled player here. It's very straight ahead, you know, he hits very good lines, volleys a lot, good mover. You know, there's nothing really wrong with this game, but Sean is just very hard to read, and he's so experienced. It's a nice long rally to start us off here. Great rally. Yeah, so good rally to start us off. Oh, that's a great shot from Victor Crouin. Beautiful straight kill, finding his form. Yeah, that's got to be a stroke. So Sean wrapped his racket around him a little bit there, but it's still a stroke because he was in the way of the pat to the ball. Oh, it's tight from Sean. Probably noticing his very unusual technique. He's a very interesting player. Coached by his father until almost 30 years of age, Sean was, so has a very unusual technique and very unorthodox game. Fun fact, Sean has three of the five longest matches of all time he's played in, and he's won 2 of them. And he's played in the longest match of all time on the PSA World Tour. 2 hours and 45 minutes against Leo Au of Hong Kong. I don't know how many of the people listening right now are squash players, but hopefully you guys can understand just how ridiculous that is to be lunging for 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's a real athletic achievement. Brutal bows from Kruin. That's really well played. Oh, looks like Kruin is dominating in this early stage of the first game. Someone hitting the better length here. Great guess from Sean, though. And that's another great drop shot. So score is now 5-3 for Victor Kruin. Great shot. Yeah. Okay. So another really long rally here. And I like what Kruin's doing a lot. He's making Sean work with good attacks to the front of the court off of slightly weak lengths, but he's also dominating the tee with good volleys. Not in this rally, though. That's definitely Sean dominating the tee. And taking that game, he really made Kruin run around a lot in that rally. And the games have begun here as Kruin's already beginning to question Sean Delier's movement. And if the game becomes stop-start, up and down, and with lots of interaction with the ref, I can guarantee you that Sean Delier will be the one to benefit from that. Oh, that looked down to me. Looks like the ref has called Victor Kruin's ball down. He thinks it's up. What he's saying is that the ball hit the sidewall, and he managed to get it right off the sidewall right before the ball hit the ground, which is possible. And I think it's entirely possible we got the ball back, but it's just really hard for us to see from the stand. So looks like Sean won the point there. Or sorry, they're playing a let. Okay. The score is 6-4 for Victor Kruin here. Ooh, there's a little bit of contact there. Looked like Delier got a little bit in his line, and the refs are going to have to watch for that. Oh, that's an unconventional shot from Delier. If you watch how he plays this, he's he's moving his body while he plays this full lunge. This racket not usually in a place where you'd see him play the ball, but he still manages to pull that off. sorry. Okay, so the score is 5-6. You know, I think Sean serving from the left side of the box in the first serve here is just one of the many games that he's always already playing with Kruin's head, because nobody really does that, and it's just something that he does to make it different and make it unusual and try and get in the other player's head. Kruin seems to be doing a good job of ignoring that right now. He's given himself an 8-6 lead. And he looks like he's consistently hitting better length than Delier and winning points off of his very strong boast. Sean seems to be guessing a lot here. Oh, that's a shot between the legs. Look at that. Wow. Sent the wrong way. Almost got it back there. Almost. So, crucial stage of the first game here. Can Sean Delier peg back a couple points? I say that, and Victor Kruin just hit a beautiful straight drop shot on the backhand side. I'm going to flag that for one of our shots of the day here. That was gorgeous. And that's another shot of the day. Wow. Same shot off the volley, low kill from Delier. Fantastic. And this is a great squash we're having in this first game. 3 beautiful shots in a row to finish the first game, and it's Victor Kruin that takes it 11-7. He leads 1 game to love. So Kruin took that first game 11-7, looking really strong. So now let's see if we can get a response from Delier here. And he's changed into a blue shirt. It's going to make it harder to see which player's playing. That's fine. Kruin very much looking the part of a strong up-and-coming player in this game. And if he wants to be in the future a top 20 player, this is definitely the kind of match that will help him improve. You know, playing a very experienced veteran with all the tricks in the book that isn't quite as skilled as he is, perhaps. him winning or losing this kind of match will speak volumes about whether he's going to keep moving up on the PSA World Tour. Currently, he's in university. He's playing at Harvard. He's their #1. Recently won the university championship as a freshman, so that's a good accomplishment for him. And that'll be a stroke. So 2-0 for Kruin. Starting strong again here. Kruin is really attacking the front of the court quite well in this game. I've seen him play before, and I hadn't been particularly impressed with his short game until now. But you know, his boast is working in really well. His straight drop is fantastic. Really seeing a lot of very positive elements of this game. So if Sean's going to win here, he's got to get the crowd on his side. For those of you who don't know, this is actually Sean Delier's home club here. He's been training at the NAA since I think the mid-2000s, so he's just been here a really long time, and most of the crowd have interacted with him at some point in the squash community in Montreal, and I'm sure they're all cheering him on here. And he puts a point on the board in the second game, and you can hear the crowd supporting him. Just so you guys know, I'm very happy to answer questions on the air. If you guys have anything you want to know about the match, about me, about anything you know, anything really that you feel that we should bring up on the commentary, I'm looking at the comments on YouTube, and feel free to let me know what you want to know about the match. And this is a great rally. Kruin's really making Sean Delier do a lot of work in this game. I think that'll be a stroke. So I think all right. So it looks like that was a let, but gotta be honest, that looked like a stroke to me. Looked like Kruin hadn't really cleared on that shot. So the ref for this match is actually Kareem El-Hamami, who just lost to Nick Sackby of Canada about 10 minutes ago. So hopefully he'll you know, come back with another good result. But congratulations to Nick Sackby. That's an incredible win for him. He's been out for got injured about 1.5 years ago, and at about 55 in the world, and he's hasn't had a good win like that since then. So watching him really playing well now is a pleasure from a fan of Canadian squash. So let. So 2-4 with Kruin still leading in the second game. Can Delier mount a comeback here? Can he bring himself back into this match? Oh, that's a poor unforced error. I've got a question from a viewer. What do I think about Ashore's new scoring system? Honestly, I haven't checked out exactly what he's proposing, but I got to say that I think Squash has scored pretty well right now, and I don't know that it needs any fixing, but I'm a big fan of Remy Ashore, so I think I'll give that another look and maybe get back to you on that. Another question from John Mario, where's the whole draw? If you go on the PSA World Tour website, you can find the whole draw for this tournament under tournaments for Challenger Tour, and you can find the Montreal Open. Oh, and that's a great shot from Kruin. So he's up to 6-3 now. He's really in the driver's seat here. I got to say that it would take something pretty spectacular from Delier to take this one. I think that Kruin's probably going to take a 3-0 if I had to make a prediction. I got to be honest. Seems like he's moving really well. He's hitting shots like that, and he's just making the older player just do too much work here. He's playing a lot better than when I saw him in the World Team Championships, or sorry, the European Team Championships last week, where he had some great matches. But I definitely didn't see his short game working like it is tonight. Understanding that he was playing Edmund Lopez, who's one of the best retrievers in the top 60. So definitely a different kind of game with Delier, but. You know, it's really incredible for me to see a player change so much within a week. Oh, brutal. But Kruin gets it back. Great retrieval. And he's in the driver's seat again. This is what I'm loving about his game tonight. He's, you know, he'll hit a winner, and Delier won't get it back. But Delier will hit a winner, and Kruin will just get it back and stay in the rally like he's done here and just take these points. And that's brutal to play against someone that's just getting all of your balls back and then winning the rally. It's just a demoralizing way to, just demoralizing, I'll tell you that. And I can tell you from having gotten on court with Sean once or twice that he's definitely a very strong retriever and a very fit guy. So having, you know, having him be bested by another player is a big deal. Pegged a point back here. Can he come back in this game? Another brutal boast. It's so well taken in. Oof. Very unconventional from Delier, but keeps coming back from Kruin. I think that'll be a stroke. Oh, it's just a let. All right. 9-5 lead for Kruin here. I don't see Delier coming back from 2-0 down against this youngster here. If he's going to win, he's going to have to do it. Oh, wow. If he's going to win, he's going to have to do it in this game. That's looking less and less likely with a 10-5 lead from Kruin. So deceptive on that forehand side. I had no idea he was going to pull that shot out of his hat. It's tight. And Kruin goes up 2 games to love here. Speed looking very strong going into this third game.
Oh no, you said he was.
So right now, Victor Kruin is holding on to a strong 2-0 lead here. He's looking like the real deal. He's looking like a strong prospect. I've got a question here asking about the squash scene in the West Island of Montreal. So I play downtown in Montreal, so I'm not entirely sure about how the stream is in the West Island, but I can tell you that just in general, the whole Montreal squash scene is very very dedicated. We got a lot of players here in Montreal, and we, a lot of local tournaments and a lot of juniors, and it's just a really wonderful scene to play in. And I know that there are definitely a lot of players from the West Island that come down for tournaments downtown. I can't tell you how their clubs go because I'm not from the West Island, but there's some good players from the West Island for sure. Hope that answered your question. So Sean's taking a point on the board here. And he puts one into the tin. I think that's the problem, is just that making a winner on Kruin is just so difficult that he's missing as many as he's winning here. And it's just too tough for him to hit winners. Still 1-1 though. Definitely a chance for Delier to come back, but I got to be honest here. I don't really see a comeback from him. Kruin just looks too strong right now. That'll just be a let here. Still 1-1. Longer attritional start to this third game, though. Oh, and that's an error. Very unforced error from Victor Kruin. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We've got 35 people now and more coming in. So this is just the first round, and we only have the one camera for the first round and 2 courts. But for the quarterfinals on, we're going to have replays. We're going to have a couple different camera angles. It's going to be fantastic. You're definitely going to want to tune in then. And the way Kruin is playing now, it looks like you might be seeing him in the later rounds of this tournament. This is impressive squash. I'm really enjoying, as much as I am a Sean Delier supporter, if you see him around, tell him that I was supporting him, because he'll think he might be a little mad at me for cheering for Kruin, but I really like Kruin's game. Very clean, lots of volleying. It's fun to watch. So, looks like that was a let. A lot of interference with that ball. Hard to tell why the players are finding it hard to get out of each other's way here. But I've got a question. Why was that a let? So I think the issue there was that Kruin had cleared partially. So it was he was just out of the way enough for it to be a let rather than a stroke. Oh, wow. Look at that strength from Delliere. If you're tuning in just now, Sean Delliere is 37 years old, still competing at this level. And he's tied it up here at 3-all. Wow. That's a tough shot. It's not easy to pull that one off. Oh. Brutal attacking from both players here. What a rally. Gets the lucky bounce in the back of the court. I think we'd have to chalk that up to hometown advantage. But it's Kruin that took that rally in the end. All tied up in this third game. Sean's definitely playing better than he was in the first two. And again, if you have any questions about the game or about me, feel free to pose them. I'm happy to answer them. Oh, wow. Oh! Wow. Behind the back wins the rally from Sean Delliere. You saw it here first. What do you think, guys? Can Delliere pull off a comeback? I want to see some comments here. Oof. Great trickle boast. Wonderful retrieval from Kruin. Not going to get that one back, though. And you can just hear the support that Delliere is getting right now from the crowd. Like I said, he's been playing here 10 years, and of course the crowd's going to be giving him a lot of support here today. It's nice to see. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. Oh! Just some great shots by Delliere here. Cross-court Nick was beautiful. He's got a 7-4 lead. Will my prediction be wrong? Will Delliere take a game here? Definitely did not need to make that error, Kruin. That's an 8-4 lead for Delliere now. Very commanding. See, this is when you can sort of see the experience here, because Kruin went for a shot that really wasn't on, and you know, sort of put himself in a place where he's shooting a little too much, and you know, the experienced player countered, and he's you know, he's out now up 9-4 here, which is, you know, very impressive considering how the first two games went. Very straightforward. Oh, that's a beautiful shot from Kruin, though. That's awareness right there, knowing where the player is, and knowing that if you play the boast in a particular way, very tight and very low, then there's absolutely nothing you can do to get it. That's experience right there. Oh. I've got a question. Is Thierry Linku the coach at Harvard? No, Mike Way is actually the coach at Harvard. So Victor Kruin is being coached by Mike Way, who is formerly the coach of Jonathan Power, of course, the former Canadian world #1 and one of Delier's training partners for many years, actually. And wow, what a great game from Sean Delier. And that's what I get for counting him out here. Well done to him. I believe Thierry Linku coaches at MIT. And we are back for this fourth game. I want to see some predictions, guys. Who's going to win this match? Come on. Get on that, YouTube. I know there's over 30 of you watching now, so no excuses. And Sean takes the first point. I just feel like Delier is sort of reading Kruin a lot better in this sort of from the third game on. He wasn't picking up on those boasts at all in the first two games, but now he's starting to see them go in and starting to be able to attack off of them a little bit rather than just defend, which is what Kruin was getting so much satisfaction off of. Yeah, so that is correct. You're not wrong. Sean Delier has changed his shirt every day, every single game, and every single color has been different. So if you're looking for Sean Delier as a guy with the ponytail, it's pretty much the only way you can identify him. And yeah, he's a bit of a character, Sean. Good guy, though. Good guy. I'm not really sure what's going on here, honestly. Looks like they're arguing over a let call, maybe. All right, I've got a prediction that Sean's gonna come through in this match from Albert to Luca. Interesting call, bold call. I think he can do it for sure. Just depends on the. Yeah, depends on his comeback here. Wow. Great shot. Wow. I've been so impressed with Sean's short game in the last 2 games. Just really on point. Just putting Kruin under so much pressure at the front of the court. And that's gamesmanship right there. Yeah, they'll play a lot. But what I thought was interesting was Sean looked like he was going to ask for the stroke at the last second, just played a drop shot, throwing Kruin off a little bit. And that's tough to play against. So that's just experience right there. And I don't think, maybe there's a couple players who are more experienced than Sean Dowie are on the circuit right now, but there are not many. This guy has been around forever. I'd like to thank my dad for tuning into this. Been waiting for a frame shot so I can call you out, but for the listeners who don't know, my dad pretty much only plays frame shots. So if I see one, I'll definitely make sure to shout him out. So hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Three love for Sean, though. He's really looking the part here. Looking like the Sean Dowier that all of his Quebec supporters came out here to see. It's also got another Quebec player coming out later tonight, David Baillargeon, former #1 of the McGill squash team, and my teammate for a year, which is great. And he pulled off the win of his career so far against Mike McHugh, a fellow Canadian. So all of these, all of these guys will be excited to see their home club member come out. Oh, Victor Kruin's got a stroke for that one. Wow, interesting call from the ref. So a lead for Sean. Looked like he was selling that one a little bit. Wow, good shot. It's not going to get a lead for that one. Well played from Kruin. And that's a shot we haven't seen for the last game. Looks like he's coming into form again. Definitely didn't send Kruin the wrong way there. Sean was lucky to get away with that. But again, as a young player, it's really tough to deal with somebody who's so, he's so unusual to play against, and that kind of play will get into his head for sure. And that was also a good drive by Sean for sure. Crowd was very sad about that one there. Really, if you're Sean Dowier, you must be loving the support that you're getting here in this game from the Quebec crowd. They love their players, and they love their squash here in Montreal. been very privileged to be a part of the Montreal squash community the last couple of years. I've been studying at McGill, and it's just fantastic community. Wonderful people at every level, very high level of play, and just really a pleasure to be a part of this wonderful squash community. And that'll be a stroke for Deliere. If you're from Montreal and you're watching this stream, let me know. And Deliere is still in this match. Really attacking well from the front of the court. Oh, Kruin loves that shot. It's very well played. Oh, great movement from Deliere. If I'm 37 and I'm moving like that, got to be pretty happy with myself, whether or not I'm still on the PSA World Tour or not. Oh, wow. Hassan just pulled off an absolutely incredible trickle boast from the back of the court. Wow, it's a tough shot. 6-all now. Ooh. Great movement. What a tight ball. What a rally. Wow. Listen to that crowd. That's incredible. Amazing squash from Deliere. Can he pull off the comeback? Comment if you think he will. Comment if you think he won't. Just comment, please. Oof. Deliere looks like he's really reading Kruin well now. He's starting to be able to attack off of his attacking shots to the front of the court. And starting to make him make errors. Giving himself a 2-point lead here. 8-6 to Deliere. Oh, ho, ho. Just asking for a let there. That'll be a let ball. Simple let. Definitely a part of Deliere's comeback here has been his length game. He's definitely hitting better length than he was in the first two games. And he's being more aggressive too. He's trying to make Kruin be the one that's defending here rather than the other way around, because he knows that he has to be proactive if he's going to take this match. Oof. This is a great rally. What a get by Deliere. Oh! Wow, that's the kind of shot that you expect to see Deliere play straight down the middle of the court by Kruin after a brutal rally. That is street smarts right there. I gotta give it to him. Well played. And that's Deliere just taking those couple extra breaths before he serves is also street smarts. And I think I've mentioned this like 1,000 times, but Deliere is experienced. Ooh. Out of court. Crowd not happy to see that one go out. 8-all in the fourth game. Kruin nursing a very small 2-1 lead. They could go to 2-all. Will Kruin pull off the win? He just won a point. It's very tense. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here. I don't know, Sean is going to give it everything for these last couple points. If he's going to go down, he's not going to go down easy. That's great length. Beautiful pickup by Deliere. Sent the wrong way. Oh. And Kruin gives himself 2 match balls in this fourth game. All to play for. What's going to happen now? Let's find out. Oh, oh, and Kruin's taking it. Great match. Great match between these two guys. You know, you got to take your hat off to the 37-year-old veteran, really giving it his all in this court. But Victor Kruin looked very strong in that match, and he absolutely deserved the 3-1 win. We'll be back for our next match. Hello and welcome back to the Montreal Open here at the MAA Sports Club in Montreal. I'm Glenn Chamberlain, happy to be commentating on this second round match here. We got some real good players. We got David Baillargeon of Canada, who took out Mike McHugh in 3 games in the first round to probably the biggest win of his career to get to this point, on the right side of your screen. And Mohamed El-Shabigi, the number 6 seed from Egypt, who's had a lot of really good results recently on the left side in the blue. All to play for in this game. I think this is going to be a really exciting one. I'm really happy to be joined by Tashlin Reddy here. My buddy who plays at Atwater, had a very good junior career and played at Western for a couple years. Is that right, Tash?
Yeah, I think you're being a bit too nice on a good junior career, but hope to offer something here. It looks to be an interesting match.
Well, I'm absolutely excited about this one. I'm a huge Dave fan, so just seeing Dave get these big wins is
the local champion had a big win yesterday. Unfortunately, maybe Mike wasn't firing on all cylinders, but Dave came through nicely and should be tested pretty big test here for him today.
Yeah. Well, we had 3 Canadians in the second round here, which I don't think has happened in a $30,000 tournament in the last couple of years. So that's definitely a good sign for Canadian squash, and probably the biggest upset of the day today was Nick Sackby, currently ranked 115 in the world, taking out the world number 53 and number 3 seed Kareem El-Hamami. You watched that match, right?
Yeah, Nick was playing amazing. Hamimi was brought out some experienced shots in the 3rd game and threw Nick off a little bit, but Nick regrouped really well to bring it home in the 4th, and he must be really happy with that win, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, just amazing stuff. Well, these guys are just finishing their warm-up. Who's going to serve? Not sure. Looks like it's Sherbini to serve. Interesting. And they're going off to get warmed up, but they'll be back on court in a minute, and we'll get this match underway. Again, if you want to ask Tash and I any questions, feel free to comment on the chat, and we'll be answering any questions that you think are relevant to the squash.
Most definitely. We'll try our best.
Yeah, we'll try our best. That's all we can really do, right, Tash?
Oh yeah, always.
So Tash, what's your prediction for this match?
I mean, I want to say Dave's going to win, but it looks like Sherbini's pretty strong from what I've seen, and yeah, it's going to be tough. I hope Dave can just have a good showing, maybe get a game, and see if anything gets rolling after that.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I think Dave, I think he's a really good player, and I think he has the skills to compete at this level, but I think it's more of an experience thing, and Sherbini's won a $20,000 tournament, he's won a $10,000 tournament. I just looked at his results, and it's just like win. Like he's had a really good period recently, so I think I'm going to go for 3-1 for Sherbini.
3-1? I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Dave's home courts hopefully gives him a bit of an advantage in the first game while Sherbini's getting used to them.
Yeah.
But we'll find out after.
So I was kind of interested. I was watching Sherbini warm up the other day, and I saw him practicing his serves. Have you ever seen a pro practice their serves before?
No, but come to think of it, I think lots of people should be practicing their serves that don't. So, I mean, let's see what he does here. I mean, maybe his serves will be something different.
Yeah, maybe he'll just win like 4 points in his serves in his first game. You never know.
The crowd seems pretty hyped up for David to come on. Super excited for him.
Oh yeah, I mean the crowd loved Dave and Sean here in Montreal, and it's got to be tough mentally for these players. Kruin coming out in 4 was a very mentally strong win for him over Sean, but whenever you're playing a player in their home territory, it's pretty tough to mentally stay focused, right? I'm sure
100%.
you've had it a lot on the university circuit, right? Playing
always.
What was the most hostile crowd you've ever played with?
Hostile crowd. I'd have to say Williams. Definitely.
Williams College?
Yeah, Williams College, especially playing at Western. We had a bit of a rivalry going around my time there. And played them at the CSA finals a couple times, and it's always been, definitely Williams. But it's the most fun when you're playing in hostile crowds too.
Yeah?
It's nice to hit a good shot, silence the crowd a bit.
Silence the crowd, yeah.
And then it makes that tin ever more annoying too when you hit it. So
Yeah. Well, it definitely changes the dynamics of the game. I love it. I love watching squash when there's a big crowd because I just find that I can see the effects of the crowd on the play.
no, definitely, most definitely.
Oh.
Dave with a nice backhand. Oh.
Well, that's one of Dave's favorite shots right there, just flattening the ball straight.
I feel like he's really developed those kind of short shots in the last year or so. Before he's tamed it a bit, as the commentators curse.
Commentators
So,
curse. No, I absolutely agree with you. I think, yeah, his short game and also his defense under pressure, I've seen come a long way last couple.
no, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with you for sure.
Dave was best junior in Canada for a year or two. He's 22 now, so he's sort of coming into his own on the PSA World Tour. Still a fairly young player, but 115 in the world. It's time for him to start moving up into that top 60. Has had some good results, though. Like I said, he took out McHugh in the first round, which, big win for him for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely a big win for him. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he came off a 5K win a couple months ago in, where was it, at the Cricket Club in Toronto, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was his first World Tour win for him. Yeah. He's made a couple of finals before, but no wins, so definitely a big moment for him. And I remember he qualified for a $50,000 event last year, which is another big one. He's an up-and-coming player. He's doing well. But speaking of up-and-coming players, Al Sherbini is also very strong. So I've been talking to some people around. So apparently he was a very strong junior, took a couple years off, and then came back in the tour. And he's just been climbing up the rankings. Cousin to Noro Sherbini.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's got the genes to make it work.
Yeah, definitely. In his family, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
For those of you who don't know,
it's a bit to live up to, though. Noro Sherbini's an amazing player, so we'll see what he brings here.
Yeah. World number 2 for the viewers who don't know. So she's pretty good, right? Like,
Yeah,
not bad.
Not bad.
So it's Sherbini that's hopped out to the strong start at the beginning of this game. Sherbini looks like a really strong mover.
Strong, smooth mover, definitely.
Very good technique too. I've been noticing recently the players from Egypt in the last sort of 5 years have been consistently having better techniques than they used to coming from Egypt. Because if you look at a guy like Tarek Momin, sort of like, he's a great player, but he definitely doesn't have a smooth technique that you want to coach. But it looks like just because of their continued success, they're getting better coaches.
Maybe. I mean, Tarek Momin's pure talent, right?
Yeah.
But no, Sherbini looks, cool under pressure. He's not rushing too. When he's under pressure, he's not rushing at all. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, like just right there, right?
Exactly. The whole rally was under pressure, and somehow.
What I'm seeing from this first game is he clearly looks like the higher seeded players.
Yeah, Dave's just rushing a bit too much at the moment. Needs to take his time.
Yeah. When you're definitely stressful to see to play in a big match like this, but you can't be hitting those pins if you want to win.
No, definitely not. Definitely a bit unsettled. He needs to work his way into this game, into this match.
Oh, that's tight. Oh, Sherbini's got Dave on the back foot in this rally.
He's just controlling at the moment. Dave needs to find a way to get the tee.
He looks a little winded already, doesn't he?
No, definitely. Double moving constantly, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah. Oh, it's very honest of Bayerjean calling that ball out, but I kind of think he didn't want to play that rally anymore. Too much pressure. He's like,
coming from a couple club players, definitely. Sometimes you have to give up the points, that's for sure.
It's not only at that point. It's not only aerobic fitness. It's anaerobic. It's getting into his lungs a lot. So you need a couple rallies to come down after something like that. So Shabini looking like a powerhouse in this first game, going to 10-3 and giving himself 7 game balls, and just takes it right away. So game to Sherbini, 11-3. And we are back. Starting off this second game. Tash, what do you think Dave has to do to get into this match?
I'm not sure right now. He needs to get into the back corners as a start. I think that's basic, and hopefully, easier said than done against Sherbini because he's controlling that area extremely well at the moment. I think the prediction of 3-1 isn't looking too good at the moment.
I'm going to hedge my bet, so I think Dave can get it together here and, clean up his game. But, I'm just looking at it, and you're absolutely right. Like, his length is just falling short.
Yeah, it's just clipping the sidewall a bit too early at the moment. And
I mean, that's a guess, right? Like,
yeah.
Don't know if he should be guessing at this point in the match.
Maybe we're not giving enough credit to Sherbini because, his shots are definitely not the easiest to read on the best of days. So.
Oh, absolutely. He looks a lot to me. You know Zahed Mohammed, the Egyptian guy? He seems to have a really similar game.
Where'd that come from?
Hey, look at that.
A couple of those, and, the confidence starts building. And
but you got to say, going for a shot like that is kind of a Hail Mary,
yeah.
right? Like,
there he goes for it again. Oh, nice.
Is that down? Was it good? It was good.
Okay, well.
Oh, hey, what do I know, right? If it works, it works.
Dave does need to pull something special at the moment, so. Length's not.
And that's the other side, right? You hit two beautiful winners.
Dave's basic game right now is not. Yeah, it's just not there at the moment.
If I were in his position right now, I'd be trying to. I say that, but I probably wouldn't be able to do it very well. But if I could coach him, I would tell him to just slow down the pace a little bit and hit some. Just get the ball, a couple times into the back corners. Try and dominate the tee for more than just one rally, and just get yourself in contention again. Because what I'm seeing right now is Sherbini.
Dave's pulling off some amazing shots right now.
Well, that's not what I told him, but that's an incredible shot.
Yeah. Doesn't matter about tactics when you hit shots like those.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll just ignore me and just win. I'd be very excited.
Would
to
definitely
see that.
please the home crowd. That's
oh
for sure.
Yeah.
Sherbini just too strong in the front there. Dave's definitely letting it loose in this game.
Yeah, he's just like going for it.
Yeah, any loose ball, and yeah, he's putting it in. Which is, yeah.
Doesn't look like there's really a plan B here. It's kind of just like
No.
it's gonna fall or it's not gonna fall. Whereas Sherbini's playing a lot more sort of working rallies here
Yeah.
and making Dave do the work. Dave just taking his opportunity when he gets it.
Oh,
Wow.
Sherbini
Was
just-
it down? Oh, I
was
thought it was good.
Huh? The ref was it?
Huh. Very honest of Sherbini there.
Dave just cranks it into the middle tin. Yeah, he's not doing himself any favors. That's for sure.
Absolutely not. We've seen a couple of those already from Dave in this game alone. If he was, I'll tell you what, if he was just hitting winners the whole time, like if all those were winners, he'd be winning like 8-3 or something like that.
Sherbini's, yeah. Testament to Sherbini's pressure. He's definitely, Dave feels like he needs to go for just a little extra. That, yeah, like that. He doesn't feel confident enough just to put in a nice tight drop. He has to go for winning.
Yeah, and he's going for it while he's behind Sherbini. So when he misses the shots, he's under so much pressure from the Egyptian. He's just very calm. He knows exactly what Dave's doing. He's just like, he'll hit a couple winners, but I'll win the percentages.
Yep, sure. Yeah.
I'd like to give my buddy Josh Pekarik a shout out, tuning in from Virginia.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
to see you, bud. Yeah, all the way from the States. Hope things are going well. I'll see you soon. So Tash, you ever play Dave in juniors?
I did play him once, not in juniors. I think he might have been 18 actually at the time, and yeah, I think I lost 3-1. I did get a game though. I remember because Dave switched off in the third game, luckily, and I just started lobbing and being a little annoying. I think Dave just got tired and annoyed at me, so he's like, "Oh, I'll let you have this game, and then I'll beat you 11-2 in the next game." But he's come a long way since he's been 18, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. I remember when he played number 1 on the McGill squash team.
Yeah.
It was just like, we were all so happy to have him because we knew if it got to 3-all and he was a number 1, he would just go out and take out their number 1 in 15 minutes, which he did a couple, I think 5 times throughout the season. It was
David was, yeah.
3-all, tied 3-all, and Dave's like, yeah, I got it, don't worry guys, and he just crushes their number 1 in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. Especially in juniors, though, because he was that lefty that had a really strong backhand. And in juniors, that was always something that most of the lefties lacked a bit. But he had like a strongest forehand on his backhand, so
Yeah.
it was tough to play.
Well, it's not
I mean,
helping him
Sherbini
today,
seems
though.
to be, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be bothering Sherbini, who takes a 2-0. All right, question of the day. Can Biojean come back here? Tash?
I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say no, unfortunately, for the home crowd. But I think Sherbini's looking way too strong, and I think he's going to go quite far in this tournament, to be honest. But, I mean, Dave keeps doing shots like that. It's within a shot.
Well, I agree with you that Sherbini is looking strong. But I'm going to hedge my bets here. I'm going to say Dave's going to take a game.
Okay.
Going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Of course, he hits it into the tin right after I say that. But, yeah, I'll give him a game here. But I agree. I've been really impressed with Sherbini this match. He just looks very calm, very controlled. He looks like he knows how to win, is what I'm saying.
And I think he also knows that he doesn't need to pull out every shot he has to beat Dave. He's just playing a solid, basic game with nothing wrong, nothing high risk, and that's all he needs to do in order to win at the moment. So he's doing exactly what he needs to do and nothing more.
Oof. No, that's true, and I think that's what we see a lot of the top players on the tour do with, they just play it safe, and they play the percentages, and they know that they can hit better length than the other player. And
oh, wow.
Wow.
What a shot.
Where's this coming from here? Just out of nowhere, just like 3 beautiful shots from Dave. Oh, and then he
gets a bit too excited.
He went for it again, man. Some very opinionated people on the chat here, betting against Dave. Thanks for writing in. But man, you gotta, yeah.
Us Canadians are always hopeful.
Yeah,
Well,
very optimistic.
Very
you know?
optimistic. Yeah.
Hope for the best.
I mean, with Montreal sunshine coming out, so everyone's in a great mood, and
you know, it's like the sun's back, the weather's nice. Why shouldn't Dave win?
yeah, why exactly?
Why not? Wow. I mean, if he's hitting shots like that, he should win. But the problem is the consistency.
I saw it hit twice. Yeah, you didn't even notice it though. You were in a lunge, you get distracted.
Sean, the ever charismatic person on tour.
Oh, God. Wow. I think Sean's making his case for being a PSA ref after his squash career is over.
Yeah. I can't wait for more arguments when Sean's reffing, because that would be entertainment at its finest.
Yeah. Kind of sounded like he was a psychologist there, just like, it's like, don't worry, I know best here.
Yeah.
Laying down the law. It's a lot of pressure here again from the Egyptian. He's clawing balls back.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. Dave's definitely playing some crazy attacking squash, and he's not afraid to go for it. And sometimes he's getting rewarded, other times he's giving. Like Sherbini got a bit angry at us saying that Dave was attacking the whole time, so he had to show he could attack as well.
Talk about crazy attacking squash, right? It's a great shot.
Oh, yeah. Great shot. Oh.
Good lob, too. I think that's what I've been most impressed about with Sherbini, is just his ability to just reset the rally from the front corners.
Just absorb the pressure and hit some nice tight shots. No, definitely.
Yeah, he's just playing to his strengths, you know?
Yeah.
Very consistent.
Unfortunately for Dave, Sherbini doesn't seem to be struggling much at all, even when he's losing a couple points. But there commentator's curse again.
It'll
Maybe,
get you,
maybe
man.
I just need to keep
That's what I've
praising
been telling
Sherbini if
you.
I'm being the biased commentator.
Well, this is a close one here. Dave could take this game. Just needs a couple strong points in a row without an error.
Yep, Sherbini straightens up a bit more and just hits some perfect lengths.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right, is whenever Dave gets in a little bit of a roll.
Yep, Sherbini just goes back to the basics and hits some great shots.
Think he just wants a let there.
Play a let.
Sounded like Sean almost gave him a stroke there. Thinking about it. Yeah, like that kind of shot there, right? It's a bit of a hold, volley, but it puts him under a lot of pressure without really taking on any risk, you know?
Exactly.
And it sets up that
and
shot.
his length is just dying constantly in the back. Unfortunately, Dave doesn't have much of an answer for that length unless he's shooting early. And yep, Dave feels like he's forced to go for something early in the rally, and
Just kind of looks like he's been mentally broken by the consistency of Sherbini.
exactly. As soon as the rally gets over 5 shots, Sherbini's in the driver's seat most of the time. So.
Yeah.
But now Sherbini's shooting a bit when he's up match ball and gets rewarded for it.
I guess he decided it was finally time to turn it on.
Yeah.
But Sherbini takes this game, this match in 3. Well played to him. He looks like he's going to have a really good tournament here, and best of luck to him going on. We'll be back in a little bit. Sorry, guys. I thought I was talking to you, but I was talking to nobody. Now I'm here. All right. So, like I was saying to myself, apparently, Waller is taking a 4-2 lead, and he's looking pretty solid to start this match off. And Mustinen's pulled off some really good shots on the forehand side, though, right? I'm really enjoying his attacking play here. He's got a really, really clean, crisp forehand drop shot. Probably one of the best I've seen. And he's hit some real tight length to start off this match. Oof, it's a heavy hit. Good pickup. Oof. I mean, Waller's going to be tough to beat in this tournament. He's by far the highest seeded player. Has very consistent results recently. You know, he's and he knows how to win. He's a good player, very strong junior player. And I'm gonna have to go with Waller 3-0 for this match. I don't think Mustinen's gonna take a game. But if you feel differently, you can comment on the YouTube channel. Please comment. I want to hear what you have to say. We got 30 of you guys watching right now. And appreciate all of you tuning in, and I want to hear your opinions on the match as Waller hits a beautiful boast. Very highly skilled shot there to bring it to 6-2 for him. Oh, it's just brutal length from Waller now. He's asserting control, taking control of the tee, and just playing his forehand, his his big forehand to great effect here. That's an error from him, but still a 7-3 lead for Waller. It's just too easy for Waller right now. He's not being moved off the tee enough. He's able to volley very well. He's just forcing Mustinen to try and play shots like that that really aren't on. He just can't go for shots in that position. He's now down 9-3 in this first game, and he's just, if you're in a position like that, as a junior, if there are any juniors watching, you want to really sort of get yourself into the match and get yourself on the tee before you start playing extravagant shots like that. It makes it very difficult for you to come back.
4-9.
Like, he's pegged back a point on the board, but he's not playing the percentages here. See from Waller, that's a very safe shot, taking the ball very early, and just even if the shot hadn't gone up, and Mustinen had been able to get there, it still would have been very difficult for Mustinen to be able to attack for that ball. And now Waller has 6 game balls. Wow. That's a great reaction volley from Mustinen. Well played. Got to give that to Mustinen. He's an exciting player to watch.
5-10.
A good volley in the middle of the court. See, now Mustinen's starting to do more good things here. He's volleying more. He's taking control of the middle better. But you know, he's 10-6 down, so it's a little late in this game. But hopefully he can carry this over to the next game. Oof, 2 errors from from Waller right away, though. And that's another error from Waller. This would be an incredible comeback if Mustonen could pull this off. That's the wrong way there, yeah. And Waller takes the game 11-8. Leads 1 game to love. And we're back in this second game here. Can Mustonen do anything against Waller? I am going to say no. I'm going to say he can't. But that remains to be seen, and we'll see. But I'm just looking at Waller's game right now, and he's looking very consistent, very good length. Seems to be reading Mustonen pretty well. So you know, Mustonen will take the occasional, the occasional win with a really fantastic shot. But you know, at the end of the day, the percentages win in squash, and if you're not at the tee, then it's really tough to win points. But let's see what Mustonen can do. And Waller, for his part, really hasn't made a lot of errors in this match. Just been very consistent, you know. Knows what he's doing.
Drop 1, 2.
First point on the board for Mustonen in this game. Again, guys, anyone have any comments? Want to say anything about the squash, about me, about my personal life? Happy to answer. Tune in on the YouTube channel and say something in the YouTube chat. Oh, big rally here. Mustonen finally making Waller do some work here, and it's showing you, you know, that's the dividend. You put someone to the back of the court and you see the errors start to happen. Oh, wow. Great shot from Waller. Well played. Ooh, that's a good shot from Mustonen. Serve, must be said that the serve wasn't very good though. And if you're playing at a professional level and your serve isn't hitting the sidewall, then you're going to get served. And you got served there, I'll tell you that. Oh, good read by Mustonen there. Just jumped on that ball. You know, if he's going to win this match, I think he's going to have to pull out a lot of shots like that. Just really get in Waller's head and make him think that Mustonen's, you know, always reading him, always getting to those balls to, you know, to get those, to get him back. Another error from Waller. He's looking a little shaky in this game. Oh, wow. Top spin drop shot on the run from Mustonen. And he's giving himself a 6-4 lead here. Looking more the part here from the Finnish man. Looking more like a contender here. Looks like he can possibly take a game if he keeps playing like this. He's making Waller hold his movement a little bit. Mustonen's really got a strong forehand. It's tough to deal with when someone has power like that, where they can just come from a strong position at the back of the court and just rip it down the wall. Really a weapon to have. For those of you who've just turned in, this is Henrik Mustonen playing Adrian Waller, and Waller took the first game. Mustonen leads 7-6 in the second, and if you have any questions at all about the match, about me, about squash in Montreal, feel free to comment, and I'm more than happy to answer them live on the air. And a stroke. Mustonen giving away a stroke there and tying the game at 7-all. If I had to bet, I'd say that Waller's going to be the one to come out in the situation. The more experienced veteran, higher seeded player will generally pull away at the end of a game. The important points. Oh, this is great work down the forehand side here. while we're now leading 8-7. Great pickup from Mustard. Waller questioning whether it was good, but he'll get a let. Oof, interesting call from Byron Shaw there. I thought that was a stroke, but you know, he's a ref, so he can make the call. But Waller furious about that one. Furious. Mustin is really pushing the pace in this rally, smashing that ball and then coming in with those really nice forehand drop shots in front of the court. Another let. Waller livid here. Thinks he's getting the he's getting shafted on these calls, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, I've got a question. Where do I think the best quality courts are in Montreal? I'm going to say right here at the MAA. These are the best courts in Montreal. I've played here for a year, and I can honestly tell you that they're very well maintained. Very good culture of players here, and very high quality courts in general. So MAA has the best courts in Montreal. And Mustin is taking the lead here in this second game. Slim 9-8 lead. Can he hold on? Oh, good pickup. Ho ho ho! Almost got it. And that'll level the score at 9-all in the second. This is absolutely crucial for Mustard to take this game. He needs this if he's going to continue to compete. Nine all. Well, we're leading by 1-0. Oh, great forehand drop shot from Mustard. I'm really impressed with his forehand drop shot here. It's fun to watch. It's a very very clean stroke.
10-9 game ball.
Oh, wow. Look at Waller recovering to take this game. Well played from Adrian Waller. He leads 2-0. Oh, an error from Mustonen starts this one off. Players are trying to throw their rackets to get the ball down. It took Waller 3 tries for that. I could have done it in 1 try. But I play here, so. I've got a question about squash in Montreal. Which has the best courts. Second best courts. I guess I'd say Midtown, maybe. It's Midtown Sanctuaire, north of Montreal. They have very nice courts. So Waller leads 2-0 here. And again, I'm going to have to bet on Waller winning this 3-0. I don't think Mustonen can pull this one onto the bag. Though I've been impressed by his forehand volley in particular. Very, very good, just clean technique. Very good, you know? Just fun to watch. I think, you know, if he's developing his game, he's very good at attacking from the back of the court. But he needs to work on his length. It's as simple as that. Like it doesn't measure up to his short game. His physicality and getting balls back. It's a brutal start from Waller here. 4-0 lead. That's just brutal, you know. Not a whole lot Waller can do about that. And he's up 5-love now. He's just hitting winner after winner in this third game. Looking the part as a contender in this tournament, 100%. So the winner of this match will play Chris Hanchin tomorrow night, which is a very winnable match, I'd say, for either player here. Not saying anything against Hansen. He's a very strong player, but I think both of these guys on a good day can beat him. And, you know, so. And on the other half of the quarter, Miami just went out to Canadian Andrew Schnell, not Andrew Schnell, Nick Sackvey. So really, this side of the draw is wide open, and it looks like if Waller can keep playing this kind of high quality squash, then he could potentially have a route to the final. Just a brutal lead in this game for Waller. So now the question, no doubt the hundreds of people watching this are thinking about right now, will Waller go for the bagel? Will he beat him 11-0? If you ask me, absolutely. If he's given the chance, he'll win out 11-0. Wow, great get from Waller. Oh, ball goes down. He won't have the chance to win 11-0 here, as Mustonen takes a point. You know, I just see Mustonen guessing here, and I don't see him coming back here. Looks like the 8-1 lead is probably going to be too much for him to overcome.
2-8.
Oh, wow. That's a great shot. That's going on the shot of the day from Musselin. Just going in full stretch. That's not an easy shot to play. It looks like Musselin suddenly decided to play in this third game. Oh, that's another shot of the day. Very beautiful technique on that. Really just well played from Waller. And it looks like Mustinen's given up on this game a little bit. 10-3, the writing's on the wall. And that's a great winner right there. And Adrian Waller takes this match 11-8, 11-9, 11-3, and is looking every bit a contender for this tournament. That's all for today, guys. We're going to be tuning out for the night, but really look forward to having you guys tune in tomorrow and watch some more of this awesome squash. Thank you very much.
exactly.